Hey, everybody. Welcome to Good Times with Alex and Ryan. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Ryan Sprague. You can follow me on any social media at Ryan W. Sprague. Alex?
My name is Alex Vanover. You can follow me on Twitter at Van15. You can follow me on Instagram at Alex Vanover15. And you can follow me on YouTube at Alex Vanover.
All righty. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, or subscribe on whatever you're listening to, because you don't want to miss out on these. They're amazing. They will blow your mind. Okay? So don't miss out.
You're doing a really hard sell on that. When people try to sell me on something like that, and they're that like intent on like, do you don't want to miss this? It makes me think like, well, maybe I kind of do want to miss it because he's overselling it.
Hey, no, it's not oversold.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
we've lost a few followers because their mind has actually blown. Okay.
Yeah, they're deceased now. They're not able. So if your mind does blow and you do pass away from all the entertainment that we bring, please don't. Your family members need to not unsubscribe. You know, we need the numbers. We need, even if you're dead, please don't unsubscribe. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Get them more subscribed, because we talked about this. Going, doing what you love. Okay.
Like the beekeeper who got killed by the murder hornet.
Yeah.
He went out with his beekeeper suit on and boots on, man. Hey, so we were talking about that. I want to talk about something really quick that just came to my mind. So you know how you were saying, I was saying, even if you're dead, don't unsubscribe.
Yeah.
There's this infomercial on TV, and it's like, if you've used the product Roundup, and you or a loved one has been sick or has got cancer from Roundup, please call this number and we will have a lawsuit. And then it goes into it even more, and it's like, if you've used Roundup and have died from this product, please call this number. And I was like, what the hell?
Is
if
that really
you
what it
use this
said?
product and have died, yes. It said, if you have died from using Roundup, please call this number and we'll sue Roundup for you. Who the hell is the guy who's in charge of going over the information in these commercials? He's like, all right, well, that looks good. Okay, sounds good. All right, print it, press it, let's go. Move it on, put it on air right now. How stupid. It's like back in the 80s when they used to have commercials for like TV VCR repair. You could learn to become an architect. You could learn to be this. And then, every commercial was like trying to teach you how to do a trade so you can make money, right? Mm-hmm. Well, nowadays, every commercial's like, has somebody wronged you? If somebody's wronged you, we'll sue their pants off.
There's a lot of that.
You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't watched network TV in a while, but when I'm at the gym, I kind of see it. Well,
yeah, the market for people like back in the old days, it's like, all right, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, learn a trade, then you can make money. Now it's like, who's screwed you over? Who's kind of screwed you over? Tell us about it. Maybe if they haven't even really screwed you over, we'll still sue them for you and you can get money. Isn't it weird how society has changed like in the last 30 years?
Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Speaking of things changing over the years, today's topic is going to be about cars.
Mm-hmm.
Our first cars, what we're driving now, what we like, what we don't like.
Yeah.
Ryan, what was the first car that you ever owned, man?
I had a brown Nissan, and it was a stick shift, so that I could learn on a stick shift.
Okay.
And yeah, it was pretty good. I don't think I appreciated it at the time, but it really did. It helped me learn how to drive a stick shift. I remember when I first bought it, we got new tires on it, but they were too big. They would like hit the wheel well, so we had to take it back in.
Oh, really? So like when you turn, they would like hit the rear well and you'd like, feel it like rubbing and stuff.
Right. I don't know why I got rid of that one. Oh, I think I got a newer one, or my parents gave me that orange one, but it was a pretty good car. Got me around. I don't like stick shifts because I like to look at tweets on the phone and make text messages as I'm driving.
Ryan,
I can't do that if I shift,
So you're riding dirty then, huh? That's illegal. You and I both know it, and all seven of our followers know it too, Ryan.
You know what the Bible says about going against the law.
Well, Ryan, not even the Bible. You know what the state of Oregon says about tweeting while you're driving.
And Washington, where I'm at.
It's against it. You know it. You know it. I'm going to overlook this one.
But, you know, that's my followers are way more important than my life. So when they text or say something, I'm going to text back, no matter what the situation.
Jeez, right? This is like the Newsy Boys song. They don't send tweets in hell.
All right, so here's the... They don't serve breakfast. All right.
They don't send tweets in hell.
Disclaimer: do not tweet and drive.
Yeah,
it was a
Ryan.
joke. It's a joke.
Go ahead.
What was yours?
My first car that I ever owned.
Oh, hold on, one more story. Sorry, I got a story in my head.
You only do that when we talk about politics, so I'm not used to getting cut off that quick. Go ahead.
All right. So I got some Henry Weinhardt's, like root beer, and I put it in the back of, you know, it was a, like, how do you say, like a bench seat or something?
Yeah.
And like when I was done, I like put the empty bottle in the back behind the bench seat. Well, my dad was looking for something, and he pulled it out and looked at it, thought it was a beer. And then he looks at me, and he looks at it, he's like, oh. So that was fun. But
wait, so did he confront you about it? Did he think it was a beer bottle?
He thought it was beer. And then he looked at it and realized it was,
root beer.
Root beer, yeah.
Okay.
Because he looked at me like he was going to, what?
He's like, the first thing I found was a bottle of Beck's under the seat. Now I find this. I'm kidding.
So that was...
you know how you said you left those bottles in your truck? When we first Nicole and I got a Toyota Yaris in 2012, and it was not brand new, but it was really close to brand new. And we were living in Salem, and during the summertime, it would get really hot. Well, I would bring a soda with me sometimes to work, and sometimes I'd forget to bring it with me inside, and I'd leave the can in the car all day long. And then this happened more than once. I didn't learn my lesson. More than once. The can exploded in our brand new car twice. There's still soda residue on top of the...
Oh, you still have that car?
Yeah, we still have the car. We paid it off a couple years ago. Dude, once I paid that off, it's like I'm in it to win it. I don't want another car payment right now.
Yeah.
But sure. No, I didn't learn my lesson, and Nicole was like, "Oh my god!" It's like, you blew another Pepsi can up in the car. Idiot.
Oh, so we were at related to cans blowing up. We were at Loon Lake, and camping, and I was with some people. And family friends, and they were like, hey, you know what? If you put a soda can in the fire, it'll explode. So I'm like, let's do it. You know? But we put it in there. It like pops up and goes, tss, and they're like, Ryan, that's gonna blow. And I'm like, yeah, it's releasing the pressure. It's fine.
Everything's fine. You're a scientist now. All of a sudden, you just heard about this. Now all of a sudden,
it's releasing the pressure, and then all of a sudden, because it's in the fire, boom! Like a massive explosion. Boom! Shakes. The trailer, everything. Jeez. Fire's gone. All there is like some pieces of ash. Everybody kind of runs away. I'm looking. I'm like, okay. I guess I'll go to my tent. The guy from the neighboring camp comes out and just starts wailing, screaming, and he has this big axe. Like, who did this? Get out of here! Get out!
He physically brought an axe when he had an axe to grind with you. He's like, I want to show him how much of an axe.
Okay, so everybody else got out of their tents. I stayed in.
So you look guilty. The only person that didn't come out of their tent is obviously the one who did it.
Oh, goodness.
You poke your head out of your tent. You're like, what's going on out there? Is everything okay? I thought I heard something.
Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah, it was scary, but Yeah, he thought it was a propane tank.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah.
Well, if you leave those propane tanks on and unattended, and like if something sparks it or anything can happen, those things could blow up for sure.
Well, it was a huge, powerful enough explosion that you would think it, but it was just a pop can.
Can you imagine if it was a propane tank, how loud it actually would have been if the pop can was that loud? It would have been like 10 times louder.
Yeah, crazy.
Jeez,
anyway,
man.
Back to your story.
So
about your car.
Okay, so the car, that was just.
Are we talking about the Coug?
No. The side note. So my first car I ever got was a Ford LTD, and it was a gift from my mom and my grandma. It was my grandma's car actually, but my grandma couldn't walk towards the later part of her life, so whenever she drove it, she would only drive to the grocery store and back. So. And then later on, my mom got sick, so she wasn't really able to drive it either. So when they gave it to me, that car was new in 1976, and it probably had like 10,000 miles on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was still like very nice. The back seat was like a couch. It was so my friends Nordy and Munoz and those guys like to go on car rides in it because it was like you were riding in a living room. It was really nice. But I didn't really know how to drive it that well. And the wiring was really bad in it. So one time I was at Mackenzie's house, and Kingsview Church was right below Mackenzie's house. And there was a hill that would go there. Well, the wiring was kind of cruddy, and the car shut off. So back in the 1970s, if your power shut off, you couldn't hit the brake because the brake was controlled by the car being on itself. So I'm rolling down the hill to Kingsview Church, and I'm panicking because I can't hit the brake. What I should have done was hit the e-brake.
There. Just like this. Brake, and then turn the wheel, step on the clutch, and pull the e-brake. Release the e-brake, go into counter-steer mode, then wait.
I should have hit the e-brake, and then turned the car off, and then turned it back on. I panicked and threw the car into park while I'm going down the hill. Instead of hitting the e-brake, I put it in park. I destroyed the transmission.
Oh.
It exploded just like the pop can. Yeah. And later on, I could drive it for a little bit after that, but pretty soon it wouldn't go into reverse. Pretty soon it wouldn't go into gear. So this car, this beautiful Ford LTD that probably just needed like a 50-cent wire replaced, I destroyed the transmission because of it, and we ended up selling it for like $100.
Oh,
that's my first car.
That's a sad story.
Oh, it is sad. And Mackenzie teases me.
I remember that hill now.
Day.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah, we used to take tires from the Les Schwab when we were kids and roll them down to the Kingsview Church.
Wait, you would roll them down that hill?
Yes.
Well, because that hill goes straight to the busy road.
No. No. It would go down to the playground. Oh. There was nobody down there. We would just roll it onto from the top down into the playground.
Oh, okay.
And then we go get the tires and roll it down again. We just thought it was fun. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No, the Broadway was on the other side, down the gravel road.
Oh.
I was going down the hill. That's why I panicked.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. And then the next car I got was the Mazda, the little red pickup that I got from Mackenzie's mom. And I got that job when I got that truck because I got a job at Safeway in Coos Bay, and my grandpa paid for it, and I paid payments to him. But that had a stick shift, so I didn't know how to drive a stick shift, so I had to learn. So of course I just destroyed that clutch. So the first month or two, I was just like
brake, and then turn the wheel, step on the clutch, and pull the e-brake. Release the e-brake, go into counter-steer mode, then wait.
No one taught you. You just had to.
My brother.
Well, I guess I gotta.
My brother taught me how to drive it a little bit. When I was younger, or not when I was younger. When I first bought the truck, he taught me how to drive it. But I mastered first gear, second gear, and like reverse. Anything else after that, out of town, driving was bad. Forget about being parked on a hill. That was terrifying.
Yeah, that is it's terrifying.
Because it's like playing an instrument.
Yeah.
It kind of is like playing an instrument. You have to use your left foot. And it's totally foreign to you.
You're using all your hands and legs.
Brake, and then turn the wheel, step on the clutch, and pull the e-brake. Release the e-brake, go into counter-steer mode, then wait.
People say you can't do more than one thing at once. Yeah, right. Drive a stick shift. You can do a lot of things at once. That's a
Yeah.
lie. Lie out of the pit of hell.
Tell me how you really feel about it, Ryan. Speaking of multitasking, I was talking with Mike and Mackenzie the other day about NASCAR, and we were talking about old school racing. And I was talking I was talking about this clip on the internet of Dale Earnhardt. He's on this dirt track in the 70s, and his windshield is completely caked in dirt. He can't see. He's shifting. He's winning the race. He's driving really fast down this dirt road, probably like, Watkins Glen or Talladega, some old road course. He can't see out of his windshield. So he decides he's going to take a handkerchief from his car. He's wiping off the windshield as he's going 200 miles down the road.
And then you see Dale driving with his knee and got one head, and he's cleaning the windshield off.
Who is Darrell Waltrip?
Dale Earnhardt.
Earnhardt. Oh, yeah,
Yes.
Earnhardt. That sounds so Earnhardt.
1976, 1977. He's winning the race. He's going 200 miles down the road. He's hanging out the windshield, wiping it off because he can't see. And he won the race, by the way.
That's awesome.
That's terrifying,
Yeah.
man. So if anybody could multitask, it was the Intimidator. Jeez, man. Unbelievable.
He was cool.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. So what car is your dream car, Ryan? What would you like to have right now? Other than a Tesla.
A Subaru Forester.
Okay, why? How come?
I
Fill me in.
saw they're most reliable right now. They're the most reliable car SUV for Consumer Reports, and I wanted an SUV that has all-wheel drive and that can so in case I needed it, like if I go to the dunes or whatever, I can use it. So that is an achievable dream car. I don't think I'd waste money on something expensive, even if I had money, because it's like, well,
You don't have money yet, but if we sell some more sweaters and some more T-shirts, you're gonna have money. Buddy.
Dream big.
If you work hard enough and you sell enough merch, Ryan,
all of your wildest dreams will come true.
You could have that car.
Let's calculate how much merch, because then we'd have to sell. Man,
Ryan, I don't want my dream to be cock blocked by your math. Take your math and shove it straight up your booty.
Okay, $50 million, age 20.
I could give you $120,000 now, or you could listen to my stupid video and I could teach you how to make this every day. It's like, okay, if you had $120,000 every day, you wouldn't be putting this video on YouTube, you turd.
Exactly.
My dream car, I think, Ryan, if I was gonna have a dream car, would be the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Oh,
I think I would actually want to have a DeLorean.
Oh yeah, really? They're pretty nice. You could really soup those things up because they look kind of cool.
They have Lamborghini doors, man.
Yeah, you can make them pretty badass if you put stuff in it.
The guy John DeLorean, the guy who created the DeLorean automobile, part of the reason that car didn't take off the way it should have was because he got caught in some sort of cocaine scandal. The guy who designed and created the DeLorean. Yeah, so they kind of had a one-off, and that was it.
Oh.
So, yeah, no. Mike went to high school graduation in a DeLorean.
Really?
Yeah, he did. He drove a DeLorean to the high school graduation.
How did he get one of those?
I think that his friend or his dad's friend had a DeLorean.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And he negotiated it. Yeah. So
I
was jealous.
Do you remember when we drove to Florence and I went into the store and you guys took my car and drove over to the Mini Cooper convention?
Now that you say it, yes. But I don't remember doing that. I remember seeing the Mini Coopers. I remember driving up there and we're like, there's another one, and there's another one, and another one. There was a ton of them. There was like 40 or 50 at the time. Yeah,
yeah, Mini Cooper convention in Florence.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot.
Cool.
No more Mini Cooper conventions in Florence anymore. Thanks a lot, coronavirus, you dick.
Yeah.
Stupid Corona. If coronavirus was a person, he wouldn't eat at my lunch table.
No way. No way. We would make that Corona person go. Not the Corona person, but the coronavirus. We'd stick him over on a table by himself and start laughing and pointing fingers.
Yeah, and he'd have to be. That table better be freaking 6 feet away from us. Son of a bitch.
Coronavirus, you jerk.
Yeah, you piece of crap. All right, Ryan. Here's an important question about automobiles. Do you actually like the car you're driving right now?
It works. It's paid off and it works, so I'm very happy with it.
All right. Well, I would say that I like the car that I have right now, but I only get to drive it when Nicole doesn't want to drive it. I only get to drive it when I am sent on a task that she doesn't want to do. Otherwise, I'm driving the 1990 Ford Ranger that I have, which is my work truck.
Oh, okay.
And that was broke down for a little bit, and then my boss at the radio station actually paid to get it fixed, so the truck's back.
That was pretty cool. That was nice of him.
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It blew my mind.
Yeah.
But so the answer to the question, do I like what I'm driving? No. Probably not, but it gets the job done, gets me from point A to point B, and it has a CD player, so that's cool, I guess. So if it was 1996, I'd be all the rage. I have an actual CD player.
Wow.
I don't have to just listen to the AM FM stereo, Ryan. I can put music in that I want to listen to. Yeah.
A CD player. Yeah, mine has a CD player, but I would rather have like Bluetooth so I can put in anything from my phone. Or audiobook or something. Or I would rather have a tape player so I can like plug the tape player into my phone.
Is that how that works? Will that work like that?
If you can buy a thing where a tape player and put in the cassette, and then it'll have a wire out of it, and you can plug it into your phone. But nowadays, phones, I guess, are getting rid of the headphone jack, so it makes it a little more difficult.
I knew that you could put a tape in from a CD player, like a Discman, and do that. So you can play CDs.
Well, for a CD, you can't do it. It's just for a cassette.
Oh, no. Back in the day, you would have a cassette, and it would be plugged in to a headphone jack in your CD player, like a Discman that you would carry around.
Yeah.
I had no idea you could do it with your phone. That's incredible.
Well, no, you put the cassette into the cassette player in your car, and then
I understand.
Has a wire. Okay.
No, I just didn't understand that you could do it with media from. That's crazy.
Yeah, as long as your phone has a headphone jack.
Wow. I did not know about that. That's really cool.
I wore I use that in Dallas. That's how I listen to stuff, and then I wore the cassette player out.
Jeez, man. When I was a kid, I used to have a stereo in my room, and I'd make mixtapes off of the radio station.
Yeah, because you can record it. I did that too.
Yeah, I would record it, and I would actually be able to introduce the songs because I would record my own voice introducing the song. So, but sometimes if you didn't time it correctly,
brake and then turn the wheel, step on the clutch and pull the e-brake. Release the e-brake, go into counter steer mode, then wait.
You'd cut off either your voice or the song. When it started.
Yeah.
Hey, this is 11-year-old Alex, and here's Spice Girls 2 Become 1. I would do that. I would make my own little mixtapes and stuff. I had a blast.
There you go. And look at you now. Look at you.
Look at me, just handsome, beautiful beard. Look at us.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
I know. Look at the Sprague studio right in the back of us. Look how beautiful that is. Nice little frame picture, beautiful mirror, hallway light. You have it all. You know that?
That's right. That's right. And one of our viewers, Mackenzie, saying you got some white space you need to fill in.
He said, because I was hanging my toys up, and there was a little tiny piece that wasn't toys. Yeah. And that just bugged the crap out of him. So I, of course, left it. I'm not fixing that. If you want me to fix it, now you brought it to my attention. Now I'm really not going to fix it. I'm going to make it worse. I want it to look like a gap, like a football, like a football goalpost.
There you go.
Sucker.
So,
Go ahead.
next I had a white truck, a little white Toyota,
Mm-hmm.
and I wrecked it.
I think I remember that truck. You had that truck when you started working at the glass shop.
I'm not sure. When or what, but I remember I was taking it out with a friend whose name was also Alex, and I was doing stupid stuff. I went out to the gravel roads, which we have a lot of, and started power sliding.
Brake, and then turn the wheel, step on the clutch, and pull the e-brake. Release the e-brake, go into counter steer mode, then wait.
Corners.
Oh,
And-
man.
So I went, I flip it around and into the ditch.
Jimmy used
And
to...
hold on, I'm not done with my story.
All right.
When I pause, it's for dramatic effect.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
So I'm in the ditch, tire popped. A guy pulls us out. Thankfully someone came along. He's like, "Hey, I can pull you out." He talked about how he was a little afraid of getting sued or whatever, but he pulled us out, and my friend who was there, he was like, "Oh, really worried," because Shrek had just come out, and he had a date. He's like, I can't miss this date. We gotta get back. Really gotta get back. So he went out and he got to his date, and they're married, and hooray. Yeah. I almost ruined a marriage right there. Terrible.
I'm sure Blythe thanks you for that. I was good friends with her brother, Andrew.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Andrew. Yeah.
I was going to tell you though that when you said sliding, Jimmy used to work at McDonald's, so he used to take those brown trays that people would dine on in the restaurant and put them on his back tire, and he would like power slide.
Brake, and then turn the wheel, step on the clutch, and pull the e-brake. Release the e-brake, go into counter steer mode, then wait.
With the trays, on the rear wheel drive or whatever. So he'd be like sliding all over the place in parking lots with these trays behind his tires.
He would think of stuff like that.
Oh, it was nuts, man. And then you also said that you were talking about having to get pulled out of that ditch. My first day at Kentucky Golf Course, my first day of work, I got stuck in the ditch driving up to the clubhouse because there was this sign that said no cars on the golf cart path. Well, I was reading the sign to the other road. So I tried to back up. And when I tried to back up, I backed into the ditch. So the guy who was the marshal of the golf course on my first day of work happened to have a tow hitch, and he towed me out.
Oh,
and I was late to my first day. I had to get towed out on my first day. Yes, it was my first day.
Wow.
Yeah, that was insane. That was ridiculous. That was so embarrassing. I have a question about automobiles. What's your favorite car that was used in a TV or movie, like a TV show or a movie? What's your favorite automobile or vehicle you saw from a movie or a TV show?
Oh man, my favorite. Let's see. I like the ones from Back to the Future, the flying ones.
For sure, from part 2.
Yeah. I like, flying cars. That's pretty cool. I don't know. Yeah. What's yours?
My favorite automobile from a movie was Batman's car from Batman Begins.
I gotta get me one of those.
When he has, it's basically like a military car. His Batmobile is like and he like sets it.
What are you doing?
trust me?
Brake, and then turn the wheel, step on the clutch, and pull the e-brake. Release the e-brake, go into counter steer mode, then wait.
Like, he can shoot like rockets out of it. He can like run over things.
Yeah.
I think it was called the Tumbler.
Oh,
I think it was called the Tumbler.
That makes sense.
And he could like flip over, like the car would flip over on itself. It could change directions. He could like put armor over the top of it. Like, that was easily my favorite.
See, that's pretty cool, Alex. But if I had a car like that, I'd be like, why the heck do I need all this crap? I'm not going to be blowing things up. I'm just trying to get to work. Missiles, rolling over crap. I just got to get to work. I don't know all these buttons. They're just everywhere. Like, I don't know all the software. Oh, Alfred.
Mr. Wayne, you called for me. I'm here, Mr. Wayne. What can I do for you, Mr. Wayne? My second favorite vehicle, number 2, would either be the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo.
The Mystery Machine.
I'm a big fan. I like the van. I like that van. Or I really like the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters. They turned that hearse. Yeah, they turned the hearse into their Ghostbusting mobile. That thing is sweet.
What about the A-Team?
Oh, the A-Team van? That was Munoz had a version of the A-Team van. Although his was blue and didn't run. He had no brakes. Munoz had no brakes on that van for like a full year. He would, if we wanted to stop, there was a stop sign coming up. He'd have to memorize where the stop signs were so he could brake far enough ahead to actually stop. He was
scary.
he was like on rotors and calipers at that point.
Wow.
And here I am, 17 years old. I'm like, okay, well, we might die going down to Ashworth or KFC, but I'm game. Let's go. And I'd hop right in. Like a
you were game for anything hanging out. Like, hey, we're going to hang out? Yeah. McDonald's.
I know. I miss my calling. The McDonald's didn't know what they could have had with me. I could have been their guy for commercials.
They're Jared.
Yeah, you got Jared. Diet.
We got Alex.
Yeah, I eat McDonald's every meal, but it's under 2,000 calories, and you still lose weight. Mathematically, that would work. It would work. It would work. Yeah, there's studies that show that people have like went on the Twinkie diet or the calzone diet, and as long as they stay within the calorie number of whatever item they're eating or whatever they need to lose weight, they lose the weight.
Wow.
I'm sure the macro count is terrible, and I'm sure that their actual like cholesterol count and all that other
goes
stuff
up,
is really bad. But as far as weight is concerned, they do lose it. That's crazy.
All right. And then I got a orange truck, which is like what everybody remembers.
That's
the orange truck.
World famous truck, Ryan. That was the truck.
It was so loud. I would be going like the speed limit, and it would be, and everybody would think I was speeding like a crazy person, and and I would just,
because you probably were.
No, but in town I didn't. I would go max 5 over because I didn't want a ticket, but it would be like, it was like. Like a little snail going by, hey.
Hey, you've been multitasking though for years, man. You've been eating pumpkin ice cream cones and driving at the same time for years. I know that's completely off topic. I just thought about that.
Pumpkin ice cream, yeah. We went in that because it brings back memories. Big orange truck, orange pumpkin ice cream. Went to get pumpkin ice cream in the big orange truck.
That orange is my favorite color too.
Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah, I always really liked that truck. I remember when you got that truck, and like I don't know if you had just painted it or when you got it had got a brand new paint job, but it looked nice. I'm serious, man. Mike and I were riding around the Power Wheel Bigfoot. You actually had a Bigfoot.
Actually, I think it's the same thing as the original Bigfoot. The same.
It looked really similar. Yeah. It just wasn't jacked up on the huge tires.
Yeah, it was still jacked up though, pretty high.
My least favorite car that I had was probably the Cougar.
Really?
Even though, I had
Even
it.
though that's like what we always talk about is the Coug.
The Coug. Well, the problem with that car was I had the Mazda, the red pickup, and I had put so much money into like add-ons to the Mazda that it actually was turning into a nice truck. Like I replaced the fender, I had rims and tires, I had a really nice stereo system, I had chrome door handles, I had like a chrome grill. So I had like different, tail lights, everything. I had custom everything. I had blue neons under, that lit up my feet, and I had like a little toggle switch that I could turn it on and off. So at the time, I had an opportunity to buy the Cougar from a lady I worked with, so I was going to have both cars. So I decided to do that, and looking back on it, I shouldn't have done that because the Cougar had transmission problems from day one that she really didn't tell me about. So it would get up to like a certain amount of RPMs and it would shift, but it would jump, Yeah. It didn't want to shift sometimes at a certain RPM level. And I blew the head gasket on that, not once, but twice. I had to pay $1,300 to get it fixed once. And the second time I was like, okay, I'm done with that. Plus by that point, that car was in the heart of my drinking days. And it just had bad memories, and I wanted to be rid of it. So that car is haunted. that car's
haunted.
got a lot of demons and ghosts in that car.
Haunted.
Let's roll it down a hill and
you can
light
take
a match.
You can take your favorite Scooby-Doo car over there and see
the mystery machine.
See if you can solve the issues with your Coug.
I've already solved the issues on the Coug. The issues were me. I'm fixing those every day, Ryan. Every day that I go out there and work out and grind, I'm fixing the issues of the Coug and myself, Ryan.
Good job, Alex. I still see you grinding every day. It's really awesome. Alrighty,
it is awesome. I'm awesome.
Make
sure you subscribe. Make sure you do it.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell wherever you're at, because we will be back.